Hey, rebels. Okay, so Spirit told me that they are not going to tell me what these cards are standing for until I get into this read. So come on in, get your water, do whatever you need to do to get yourself comfortable. This is not going to be a long read because this is definitely giving me the energy of giving you your giving you your flowers and sending you on about your way. That you don't necessarily need anyone to tell you what it is that you are supposed to be doing, why you're doing it, or even having the know-how. It's just the fact that you are oh, you are radiating in the direction that you are being guided into, and you are just accepting it. Right, I understand that right now there is so much that seems to be falling, seems to be and is falling apart around you. But Spirit wanted me to just give you this brief reminder that things tend to fall apart and just dissipate as well because your life is being readjusted into its appropriation, I'm hearing. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who are not just listening, but who are also looking, you might need a little clarity with this karma card. Now, karma is not necessarily just bad, nor is it just good. You know the elements of your life, and you know what it is that you chose. You know what type of mind state that you were in when you chose it. And Spirit is saying, look at that version of you. Not what it was that you were conditioned to do or conditioned to be, that you had to do the rewiring and getting rid of some dead wires and finding your operation of who it is that you actually are within your character. So you got the Judgment, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Coins. Okay, so you have Judgment, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Coins, the Ace of Swords, and also the King of Coins. Now, what Spirit is telling me is that the direction that it is that you're headed in, no longer see it as a direction that you're headed in. See it as in you are right where you are supposed to be. Okay? Here with this death card, taking over the overall reading, honey, you have literally been picked because of your acts of service, because of what it is that you know. Back in regards to this karma card, nothing is good. Nothing, karma is not necessarily good, nor is it bad. It's all about what you have chosen, when you chosen it, what your state of mind was. Now, yes, you went through the lessons, even when you knew not what you were doing for your own good. You went through the lessons. You represented everything that was meant for you to have the insight of within your awareness. That's your representation. So Spirit wants me to bring the attention to when people speak of what your purpose is, or times that they made you feel that you reflected on what they said and it made you feel devalued. Not that they made you feel devalued, but your reflection upon what they said caused you to feel devalued. When you hear someone or even yourself question, what is your purpose? Everything that you have ever learned is your act of service. Spirit wants you to gather all those experiences and find and figure out and also pay attention to the alignment of that purpose that Spirit is saying that you are qualified for. Spirit is also giving me this energy of your experience is your ministry. Your experience is your ministry. This does not necessarily mean that you have to go by a church and find the people and all that. No, your experience is your ministry. Just as they say, your experience is your testimony. So you have been selected for whatever this purpose is of yours. Okay, now we gonna go even further because Spirit is saying all the confusions, the illusions, and all that other stuff. Honey, things are about to be very clear to you as day. Okay, it's gonna be so clear to you, even like though you may not be able to see the stars from where you're at, you feel and you know that you are a star. All right. So all of this is going to happen so swiftly for you. I'm also seeing here with the Judgment, the wisdom tooth. the wisdom that you have about the endeavors that you've been through. And this is in perfect alignment with this opposition card. Everything that is on the bad side of karma, you looked at, you researched, you made a choice for that not to be for you, and you have removed yourself from that, and you are removing yourself even further from that. Spirit is telling me to tell you, keep on going. They want me to run through this real quick because this has to be a brief message, because you have time to reflect in your every choices. And Spirit is also saying that you don't need tarot readings as much as you may feel that you need them. Tarot readings for you now are becoming more of a confirmation for you. So, with tarot readings becoming more of a confirmation for you, it's time that you trust within yourself the signs that you are seeing. Use your discernment. I'm also being told to tell you that do a little less screen time. Get back to reading actual books. And Spirit is also saying, go read a book, even if it's just the first few pages, until you get yourself back into the habit of reading actual books. Read a book that conflicts with that has a conflicting title to what your discernment has developed you into believing. And so that way you're not necessarily just learning people through the actions of the world or their behaviors, but that you are also being able to read and work with experience, with your imagination, and also read. And so when those big physical contracts come along, you know exactly what is there and what was left out of those contracts that need to be implemented into those contracts. So Spirit is saying, practice using your discernment with actual literature. They said the best kept secrets are always in a book. All right. So moving right along, honey. But I'm telling you, if we could stay here for a little while, but Spirit is telling me we're not staying here long. Opposition and judgment. Anything that has ever came against you will be set straight in order. And a lot of this shit is going to be quickly moved the fuck away from you in a matter of time, like soon. All right, Spirit is bringing in people to support you in the space, and they don't even know exactly where it is that you're going. They don't know where you're heading, but the way that you speak, the way that you show yourself, the appropriation of you and your character is going to bring the right people around you, and you're going to be able to see them just like they see you. And this isn't the visual eye. This is the spiritual eye. This is the energy of your aura and the energy of their supportive well-beings in supportive of your well-being. Now, here with this 10 of Cups in the house. Listen, now we know the usual, what is it? The Rider-Waite Tarot. I believe that's what it's called. Because right now I'm like kind of all over the place because this energy is so enlightening. This is such an enlightening energy. What this is showing me is that your house is going to be in order. The energy that you have is a demand for your house to be in order, because the energy that you have it cannot be kept in some place that that is created. There it is. That is created to make you feel like you're a prisoner. So Spirit is saying, keep going. Even though you may not see it right now with your physical eye, just the energy that you have within your heart and the collaboration of your mental space. We're going back there with it. The energy that you have within your heart and the collaboration of your mental space, as well as your earthly body, and being in alignment with your spiritual energy. Things do take time to readjust, but they want you to make sure that you don't force fit anything when it comes to you. I don't care if you didn't have your mother in your life the way that you wanted. I don't care if you didn't have your father in your life the way that you wanted. I don't care if you didn't have a role model to show you how to do the things that Spirit is aligning you to do. Do know that the divine is there to guide you through all of this. The divine is gonna make sure that you ask the right questions. And no, it's not gonna look like perfection, because karma is gonna follow you throughout your life with the lessons that need to be learned. Okay. Sometimes karma is going to show up in a way of lessons that you bypass, that you skipped a couple of spaces in the line for, but karma's going to draw your ass back in and say, hold on, come here. We need to learn this lesson for everything else to be valid and relevant. All right. So your upkeep, Spirit says that you have a very strong, powerful tongue. So do continue, no matter how it is that you elevate, no matter what phase of elevation you are at, do continue to watch how you speak to yourself as well as how you speak to others. Now, once again, they're not expecting for you to be perfect. So there's going to be some things that you say that it's not going to register to others the way of your, the way that you intended. That's not your problem though. Now, if it's your child or if it's others who are within close vicinities of you, yes, conversations are necessary. Educational conversations are necessary. All right, but the influential choices, I'm being told, is always going to be up to the individual. So it's not that you are a failure. It's just that they made a compromise to skip over certain lessons to hurry up and to get to where it is that they believe themselves to supposed to be. But just that spirit is going to pull you back in the line. It's going to do the same thing for them. And one day they will think back to you and say, you know what, this person did give me a heads up. This person did give me a warning. This person did try to teach me. Even if they don't remember your name or the likeness of you, they will remember the likeness of that supportive energy that they chose to not take the time. Ooh, and some of them didn't even choose it. Some of them are just living within their earthly experience of avoidance. So that level of benefit of the doubt and giving everyone consideration, the best you can give them is grace and humble yourself as you continue on down your path. Because you can't take them all with you. You can't take them all with you, or else you're telling yourself that you're willing to be left behind. But Spirit is saying all this energy is coming in so quickly. It's coming in so quickly. And so, even here with the Eight of Wands in the same row as this Nine of Cups, which has the turtle, Spirit said, though all this change is happening rather fastly, they need you to get into your gladiator mode of making sure that your kingdom is built brick by brick, that you don't miss not a slab. Okay? Spirit said there are certain things that skipping to the head of the line energy. They don't want you to do that. If there is something, a question, or even a how to that has come to your mind of how do you do this that supports your vision, that supports your authority, because you've been educated in the field of life that you have been, that supports your authority. Spirit said it's being brought to your mind. It's being brought to your mind, as mentioned, from Spirit themselves, for you to take that moment and say, okay, so how, like for instance, if I am going to be in a different tax bracket, what does that look like? What are the different responsibilities of that tax bracket? Mm. Felt the projection on my throat when it came down to that, honey. It's a lot of bodies. It's a lot of bodies. Let's be frank about it. It's a lot of bodies that don't even want you to be in that mindset. They just want you to be able to be in that. They don't even want you to be in the ability to accept all the abundance and reaping the rewards and the benefits of it all. They want you to fuck it up so bad. They said even if you're going to have it, they want you to have it for a moment of time. And so you can come back and kiss their ass and beg and plead. But Spirit said they want to make sure that your way out, this path, this way out that they are granting you, that you have so rightfully deserved, that you do it and so you don't have to go back to all the fucked up familiars that you've been a part of. Let me clear my throat, baby, because projection is deep. Spirit is also telling me that this table, there is a table here, and it's a table that that only you can see. So others are not privy to understanding what it is that you are doing with your time, or where it is that you are placing your energy. Now that you are not placing your energy to the accessibilities of them. Spirit said, let's move right along. So, here with the thoughts. And the 10 of coins, honey. They say you're not gonna have to daydream. I'm hearing Jill Scott daydream. Said that every thought that every thought that you are having, though they're saying that you don't have to think too hard about this, every thought that you are having are stimulating the flowers and stimulating those seeds that you have been planting within the garden of your own. So when you sit at your table, honey, you're going to have fresh pickings all the time. Something nice and beautiful to look at and embrace. They say romanticize it. All the hell, all the fuck, all the everything that you want to. Don't let no one tell you that your dreams, that your vision, that all the hardships that you ever went through in life did not serve a purpose. Because overall, this is what this message is saying to you. Everything that you've been through served a purpose, and all those purposes are coming together right now. A lot of them are forming and coming together. Now, honey, they said they got to say something for the rest of your life. You've still got time here on this planet. So if they was to give you all of it right now, you'll become a bitter Betty real quick. You'll become too normalized within this universe, within this energy of here on earth. You will become too normalized. You will become bored. And usually when people are bored, as you know from your past time experiences, when people get bored, they start wrecking shit and fucking shit up just for the sake of entertainment and attention. Intention, attention, however it may go. But Spirit said they want to make sure that you continue to elevate throughout your time here that you have left. They say they don't care if it's another 50 years. Okay? You're going to enjoy it. You're going to continue to learn. All right? Even through any hardships that you may perceive to be hardships, as you move down this path, as you move along, up, Spirit say correction, not as you move down this path, as you move up this path. Because you're no longer going straight down a path. You're going up. All right? Okay. So here with this 10 of Cups and the thoughts, you're going to have a lot to share. You're going to have a lot to share, honey. I see this reef, but I also see the image of what seems to be the explosion. So, honey, I'm also getting what do they call them? A cornucopia. The gifts of your presence. Spirit would like to thank you for every time that you did not give up, every time that you kept on going. And they want to continue to acknowledge that even when things seem and are believed to be peaceful in your life, that it's them giving you gratitude for not ever giving up, for continuing to move forward. Honey, the seriousness that was just on my face, it's like a parent just not knowing, like the smile is so embodying. The smile is so embodying that it's just the amazement. You know that something about you should be crying, just happy tears, but just the amazement of you is so refreshing. It's so refreshing. And that is the energy that Spirit wants you to live in abundance of yourself. That every time you achieve something that is so refreshing that you take a moment and you enjoy it. Though your way of enjoying it doesn't look like how others would perceive your celebration should have been. You know it. You're celebrating within. And then you keep on going, honey. Because you say you're not done yet. You can call it a milestone. You could call it a checkpoint. You call it whatever it is that you want to call it. But it's like a proud papa, proud mother energy. That the fact that you birthed someone of yourself, of your own being, of your own creation. That you birthed the experiences from all those times that you was discarded. And the fact that you get to live an experience that you never even could imagine for yourself. And the fact that you don't give up, that you say that there's still more to do. The fact that you know to listen to your body and your mental and knowing when to give yourself a break because you know that there's something greater that's going to need that energy from you that does not register as energy of exhaustion, but energy of patience. Baby, listen, let's keep going. So Spirit is also telling me as well. And now they want me to come over here with this. Okay, so we're going to skip right over here, but we're going to come right back here. Third party snitch. I can't never say it right, but researched it a little bit. And it originally came from a cartoon called Kim Possible. Not Impossible, but Kim Possible from the year 2000. Honey, this is not just your decade, this is your century. And yes, it had such a hard, confused, and full of, fast momentum stuff that was going on. Spirit said it's a lot that's about to slow down in the earthly realm. Because on the other side of 2000, not speaking of the 99s and stuff and all those other 19s and stuff, but on this side of 2000, they flooded us with so much information. They flooded us with so much new. Right? You gotta get it. You gotta get it like, a fresh pair of Jordans that just came out. And Spirit said a lot of that energy is about to slow down. So they need you to be very cautious and very intentional about the purchases that you choose to make going forward. Because this is going to be about your stability. This whole century is about the stability of not just your lived experience that you get to have, but your legacy. Okay? Ooh, confirmation. Right? And while I was going through that confirmation period, I got the image of the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland saying, "Who are you? Who are you?" Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So they said, watch out for these Chester cats. Watch out for them. You ain't even got to pay attention to them or pay attention to the fact that they lurking in the bushes. Spirit is saying that you are such a wise investor within yourself that when it comes down to this Ice King and this Ace of Sword, the times that you choose and move with discernment not to give to others, they may not understand your reason because they felt that they performed in such a way of desperation that you should be the kind-hearted person that they observed you to be, to actually invest in their neediness. But your discernment has created you to be in such a way that it's not even the harshness of, well, I had to fight hard to get here, so you should have to fight hard to get here. It's just what you said is what you said. And you don't have time to give that educational conversation, especially to those who you know, projection, especially to those who you know are going to talk you down until you give them the outcome that they want, are going to resist you so much until you give them the outcome that they came in with their engagement. So Spirit is saying, yeah, just know that they're there. Know that they're going to be there. And keep your kingdom in order. Keep your queendom in order. Keep your throne yours. All right? So let's go ahead and who it is, why are we coming here? Honey, the Knight of Wands. You not playing any games. You are all about business. Any relationship that is in your life, that has been in your life, that is going to continue on in your life, that is going to be in development because of the way that you are now living your life. You are so passionate about this. And it's not that you are doing shit in an empty-minded type of way, like, you know what, I want this and I want that and that's pretty for the moment. You are actually giving thought to the process in your endeavors, that you refuse to. This is such a free spirit and energy of that any quick choice that you make, you know that it belongs there. That any choice that you make where you choose to put something on hold, even. You know that there's a reason why you put it on hold. So, though the Knight of Wands or any Wands person could be seen as someone who's moving impulsive, Spirit is saying because of what your past has been, because of what the illusions have been in your life, you know that there's a reason that certain things have to die out, that certain things have to be set aflame. You know that there's a reason why certain things have to be avoided, and as well as why certain things have to be put up or put off until a later date. Because you refuse to bypass another opportunity because of your ignorance or because of your impulsiveness. You know that person, that version of you, that version of you could still, Spirit said, does still live within you, but it still lives within you as a lesson. It still lives within you as a blessing to what it is that you have encountered and what it is that you no longer require yourself to be. So if anyone ever say, well, we need an answer from you now. No, Spirit is telling me safety suit. Safety suit. I don't know if the band is relevant to you, but Spirit is saying you have on your safety suit. That you will not let anyone disregard your time to be able to have of yourself, to make sure that something fits you well, that it suits you well. Baby, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so I'm seeing this one. I don't even know what that card is, but we about to see. Okay, so baby, it says success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So to love, I'm going to look at this other card in a moment, but I must say, you know that you have to love whatever it is that you invest into, because to love is a one word theory that is supported by so many other words, so many other actions, so many capabilities, and so many things that are just impossible to know unless you are in it. All right. And what Spirit is giving me with this, I know that there is no greater goal than to love, is that anything that you know that you are gathering along your path, is plays an important part of your structure. Okay, and honey, with temperance. Okay, okay, I love the temperance because it has a depiction of two cups, but it also shows the roots. And this is speaking so much to everything that has been said, all the emotional experiences that you've had, and even how it seems to be flames coming from these cups to show the form of you, to show the form of yourself as the angel, as your guardians, as your ancestors that have come into your life, and then the flowers coming from this person's head, from this being, baby. Spirit said from this being's head. This is about your chakras being in alignment. This is about you no longer living. They don't want to hear it, but honey, they gonna have to see it. Okay. Listen how clear that got. They don't want to hear it, but they gonna have to see it. And they ain't gotta see it. They can close their eyes and turn the other way. Look at their own stuff. Anyway, Spirit is saying this is about the being. And this is about the trusting that you are in alignment from the root all the way up and all the other chakras that surround you as energy, as influence. I'm seeing earth, I'm air. Okay, so the invisible layers, and the invisible labor. I'm seeing fire. I'm seeing emotion. I'm seeing the mental. I'm seeing home. I'm seeing stability. I'm seeing the spiritual. I'm seeing the heart, if I didn't say it already. So Spirit is saying, honey, if this was on some earthly gang banging type stuff, honey, the way you showed improving yourself and your loyalty, ain't no question about it. There is no question about you. The only question that you have about you is, where do we go next? So Rebels, I'm going to close out this read. One, two, three. Okay. So what do we have, baby? Then I say, ooh, ain't no question about your loyalty. So here we have, I have no clue how to say this word. I have no clue how to say that word. Spirit said, don't worry about it. I will Google it later, but I'll bring it in close and so you can read it. Can we get it? There you go. Because I'm going to Google them. I'm going to Google them. Okay. But what Spirit wanted me to bring attention to is loyalty. Loyalty. Don't worry about the rest. Although, for you, Spirit said, Google those words, or if you know those words, congratulations. You're smart. Um, and you're a step ahead of me in that realm. But yeah, but Spirit wants me to bring attention to your loyalty. And the fact that usually I lay these cards sideways because it's that conflicting energy. And the fact that the only word on here that I know how to say is loyalty. But then also looking at how this angel is blowing a flute to everything that's beneath it. There is something about your life purpose, your education within your life experience. You are going to awaken so many who have been asleep. Now, it's not about the ones that you want to select that you just, oh my goodness, I wish that this person could see. No, Spirit said they're going to do it on their own. Those who are meant to are going to do it on their own. You just keep on living your life. Live your life for you. And then as you age and as you experience more life, you're going to realize how you weren't just living your life for you, but you were experiencing your life the way that you made the choices to for others. Baby, that's powerful. So then this card says, oh my goodness, trust the wait. Trust the wait. Confirmation. Trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through now are not random, baby. Trust the flow of the universe. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And we're going to put that right there. Because opposition and judgment, honey. What's for you is for you, and what's not for you is being removed. Remember that during any point in time that you feel hardship. Even if you feel that your hardship is blocking you from being able to take those next steps that you know that you want to take, that you know you need to take, that you know that you have been striving for. And I'm just realizing this karma card says 100. Keeping it 100 with you, honey. Realize that it's happening for you. Okay? It's happening for you to make sure that you are properly equipped and prepared within the safety suit. All right. Commitment. Yes, commitment. 0606 with commitment. And then, babe, look, I'm not playing with you at all. Loyalty. Loyalty. Okay? Loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm. Yes, growth. Situation. Okay, so also what I meant to say, thank you for reminding me about that. So third party snitch, I'm gonna learn to say it right. It's really to say, and it's gonna be the title of this read. What's the sitch? There it is. What's the sitch? What's the situation? What's the sitch? Okay, so this says applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. Baby, and we're going to pause right there. And that's what you've been doing. Honesty has shown itself to be very difficult for you. Years, months, however long before this. Honesty is one of the toughest things that most people on this human realm of life experience tend to be challenged by. Being honest, being vulnerable by being honest. They have a difficulty with facing that. They have a difficulty with facing the truth of themselves. They have a difficulty with expressing the truth of themselves. They feel like they need to have it all put together and all figured out right now. And if they got it all figured out and all put together right now, what the fuck they be complaining about? Because they don't. Because they don't. And that's where you were at the beginning of whichever cycle you would like to say was very prominent in your life. You realize that you were being so dishonest with yourself and dishonest with the way that you were portraying yourself and dishonest with the way that you were even experiencing life. Honey, the street sweepers outside, okay? Confirmation. you were being so dishonest with yourself. And the moment that you started being honest with yourself and you allowed yourself to shed those layers and just be vulnerable and admit that you didn't have it all figured out, and this is going to be useful for you going up this path that you on. Honey, I'm saying, oh my goodness, I love that movie. What is it called? What is it called? Escape to Witch Mountain. It's 3 of them, I believe. Escape to Witch Mountain, Escape from Witch Mountain, and then it's another one. Tommy and his sister. I forget the sister name. I need to go watch them. Oh, anyway, not trying to promote Disney or Disney Plus, but I'm just saying, those childhood memories of mine with that movie, baby. Spirit say if you do choose to watch it, see yourself, view yourself in that. Okay? All right, but back to this honesty thing, and the dishonesty thing. Honesty is gonna change your life so much. So let's read that all over again. It says applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. A peaceful and meaningful life. It's not how you find solutions, and it's how you find. But baby, they are trying to project so hard, and we had to ask in this read. They too late. Anyway, it said it's how you find solutions and comfort. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worry by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. Rebels, we're going to put that right there. Right here, right there. I love you and I adore you. Why are we coming here? Why are we coming here? And it says, rediscover your individuality. Become the dragon. Yes. Rebels, I love you and I adore you, but I'm going to send you on about your way right after this message. And it says sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Remember what we said about this king? What is the Ice King and the Ace of Swords? Don't shy away from your truth. Rebels, I love you and I adore you. Go live your life. Go make it do what it needs to do for you, babe. Go Rebels.